So hello, my name is Mara. So I grew up in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I lived there for 26 years. And I studied business administration in La Universidad de Buenos Aires, in the University of Buenos Aires, and I moved to Atlanta for 1 year after that. Then I moved to Chicago for 9 years, where I started my school. It was a language school, and I studied 90% of it. And now I live in beautiful LA. I have been living here for 1 year, and I love it. And I'm pursuing here arts, which is my passion. I like modeling, I like a little bit of acting, producing, like this type of. But I grew up in upper middle class in the 90s in Buenos Aires, thanks to my parents, my mom a nurse, and my dad, ex-politician. They came from Paraguay, dirt poor, they didn't have anything, so they are my biggest inspiration. And then my ancestors are from, well, Paraguay, obviously, Spain and France. That is where I get my last name. So I grew up in Buenos Aires, so in the 90s, and when I was 14, I felt like I was at the moment in a privileged situation, because you have to understand that in Argentina, it's not the same like in the US, there's more middle class in the US, and in Argentina and even poorer countries than Argentina, there's like less middle class, more upper class, just all upper class, middle class, and then mainly most of the country is poor, so which doesn't happen here. So that made me feel very grateful that I was in that position. But and I used to go to when I was 14, I was already going to parties, to clubs, to cool clubs, like trendy clubs, and there when I met my first boyfriend, which her friends were even richer. And even back then, we used to have dance until 6 a.m. in the morning, and then have breakfast, and it was like a very fun, crazy life. Right? So I got hooked on prescribed drugs, Xanax and other antidepressants, for 15 years. And then after a long time, I realized that there's not amount of drugs, sex, money, or any other stuff that is gonna fill the gap if you don't feel worthy inside, or you don't love yourself, per se. So I realized that, although it's a cliche, right? But I feel like everything is about love, but mainly also loving first yourself, right? So this is what I got into this project, to spread the love for our planet and people.